What's going on, everybody? As you all know, it's lunchtime, so that means a little market recap here. Let me go ahead, share my screen. Let's get into it. No wasting any time. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, man. So, yeah, let's talk LINU for a second here. It went absolutely crazy. Hold on one second. So yeah, I mean LINU, it looks like it's going to be doing the same type of move that we seen on MNKD. I think it was the other day where it just absolutely ripped it, you know, going into after hours trading. So I feel that's kind of the same move we can expect here today. But yeah, I mean, let's talk about it. I mean, this thing absolutely crushed it. It basically shot up out of the gates. I alerted, I think, somewhere in the $1.70 range, $1.30 range. My scanner picked it up right here. My scanner actually picked it up in this area, and I didn't know how I felt about it. Then I moved away from it, then it ended up crushing it. But yeah, it was alerted right, and I think about the $1.30 area is when I sent out LINU in TechBud Solutions. So it absolutely went crazy, and dude, 810 profit, fantastic. So to give you an update on my live account, so they sent over some extra information for me to fill out, and so it's not up and running yet. Basically, it should be good to go Monday. I thought I'd be good to go today, but that's not the case. So probably looking at trading on Monday, which is sad because I probably would have made $5,000 today on LINU based on the share size I would have taken. I probably would have been coming out somewhere around 5,000 on this one. So, you know, it is what it is, right? You know, we're going to have more plays coming. So there's no big deal. The market is always there. So not too worried about it. Now, with that being said, I mean, there was a couple entry points, LINU. You know, in this area, it was quite easy to see that it was going to pop and run. But if you miss this initial one, right, you could have gotten in right here. I mean, this was a pretty clear little flat top breakout, ascending triangle, whatever you want to call it. This could have been an entry point right in here for the squeeze up. And there was plenty of profit to take there. I mean, 20, 30, 40% move. So all in all, yeah, LINU was an absolute runner today. This was a stock that I found on my scanner that I run intraday. So, I mean, it's personally, in my opinion, if you look at it here, let's zoom in. If you look at LINU right now, it is uptrending, right? It's making higher lows consistently. We'll probably see a pullback occur here very soon, in which it's going to pull back and set a new higher low. But let's take a look at, I believe it was MNKD the other day, right? I think that was the big one. Or was it MNKD? No, it wasn't. Which one was it? MTBC maybe? Hold on, it's coming to me. What was that? What was that big runner we had the other day? Was it CLSN? Let's see. I think it was CLSN. Let me do some stuff here. All right, one second. I think this was the one I'm trying to think about. Yeah, so if you look, right, this was CLSN, where it spiked up and then it kind of consolidated and ended up running again. So this is, it kind of looks very similar to LINU right now. I think this is definitely something that's probably going to run for majority of the day. So definitely keep it on watch. We're at the $3 resistance right now. I definitely see this could be one running up into after hours trading. We're just going to have to see. There's a lot of momentum on it right now. It's still going crazy. You're right. You know, absolutely. So it's definitely something to watch as of right now, and maybe even for after hours trading. See, it's dumping off right now, but I mean, it just hit the $3 resistance, so that's no big deal. You know, of course, it had to experience some type of pullback. It just had a nice run there. So we're gonna watch this one for majority of the day and see how it plays out. Now, another one, what happened this morning? There was a few other ones that were pretty good this morning. So yeah, let's look at SWCH. This was absolutely crazy, right? Right in the morning, this volume candle was 5,600. So 5,600 shares of volume first minute. It absolutely ripped right out of the gates. There was a lot of money to be made there. You could have went long and short if there were shares to short. I'm not sure if there was. That was a good one this morning. Let's look at UGAZ. So it's definitely downtrending right now. Actually, it'd be a good time to probably take a short because it looks like it's going to go and try and crack low of day here soon. So there's a potential short below 977. But, you know, let's look at the daily, see what this is doing. So, yeah, UGAZ is on a clear downtrend. I mean, it hasn't really been doing much but making lower lows. Yeah, as you can see, it's consistently making lower lows. So this is on a downtrend, right? I mean, I really don't consider UGAZ as a long trade, you know. So, I mean, if you look at the daily, it's clearly going down. This isn't something I would really be interested in playing. There's not a lot of volume, and I'm a day trader, so I wouldn't really recommend this for a power hour trade or anything like that. Let's take a quick look at ECYT. Again, you know, there's really no volume now. If you look at the daily, it gapped up a lot. It's way overextended. It's due for a pullback, probably down to the $4.50 area before we could see it run again. And that's what you have to look at, right? We have to look at extension. How far is extended? This is the support. This is the moving average support, and the price is at $5.50. So right now, it's almost $2 off support, right? So that's extended. Buying long right now is not the best idea. And you can see here that it's got a bunch of upper wicks and lower body candle. So it's trying to go higher and it's failing to do so every day. So it's clearly signaling a downtrend in that area. Yeah, so it's got these upper wicks down, not so strong right now. I'm gonna take it back and take a look at LNU. Wow, that was a huge candle there. But so, and here's the thing, is we're gonna look to see on LNU whether or not it's gonna hold this trend. It's gotta hold that trend to stay valid going into after hours trading. All right. MBOT, let's see, let's look at MBOT. Yeah, volume's pretty dead, really not worth watching. What I do want to take a look at is let's take a look at Shop. I mean, Shop right here. I mean, these are the kind of plays we really want, especially if you're going to be going short, is plays like this. Look at that short play. It's only 2.8%, but you know, that thing moved from 98 to 95, so almost 3 points, right? That's a huge profit area. So being able to spot these and short them is definitely a part of a key trading strategy. You know, you have your highs here. It fails to make, you know, break the trend, short again. So that was a good play today. There's another one, but I can't remember the ticker. Let's see. UGAZ dropping like crazy. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, UGAZ, I just don't see any value in it, really. I wouldn't swing trade it. It just doesn't look good. It's on a clear downtrend for the past year or so. So, you know, there's really not much to see there that really is very appealing. How did everybody do trading today? Did everybody make some money? How are things going for you guys? Yeah, LANU looks pretty strong. That's going to break that trend. So we'll see. Hopefully it can hold above that trend. It's trying to right now. It keeps bouncing. So for real CEO, it looks like you're still in the trade. All right, good for you. This thing might have some room to run for majority of the day. So as you can see, right, you see this? So we're having full body candles, and it's trying this right now. It's showing us that it doesn't want to go below the trend. So buyers are coming back on this trend line, right? So it's trying to keep making higher lows, telling us that there's still an uptrend. It's still a valid uptrend. You got in $1.38. Holy smokes, that's great. That was definitely good. Definitely a good entry there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would really like to see this thing run all day long, keep making higher lows, and definitely making some money. What's happening to UGAZ? So whenever somebody asks me what's happening to a stock, it usually the idea I get is that most of you guys probably have a position in the stock, right? So whenever everybody asks what is happening, it usually sounds like you're looking at advice for you're in the trade, right? And if you're asking yourself what is happening and you're in the trade, that probably means you shouldn't be trading that one, or you should probably be out of it, right? I mean, I don't know. Is there news? Is there news driving the price of this thing down? I don't know. It doesn't really look like there's any very recent news. But so for your UGA or UGAZ peeps, just look at the daily chart, right? Look at this 1 year chart. Do you see anything really good about it? Not really. I mean, the only thing I can really see here on the daily is that it may have had a little bit of support right here. That's about it. Maybe a little bit of support. But this thing is very bearish. There is no, I mean, like I said, it's just down, broke trend here, went up, broke trend there, now it's down. Now it's just all the way down, right? It just consistently is going down. So if you have positions, I'd really recommend, what I would do is definitely close out those positions. Made a little money on INFIs. So actually what I'm going to do is pop up my multi-strat. Let's see if we can find anything here. Ooh, what is this? Just a little medium float, little runner, nothing too crazy. LMFA. And nothing really going on there. So, yeah, I mean, really, the only thing I'm really considering watching, actually, let me pop up my scan here. TOPS is up there. Why is TOPS up there? Let's see. What dog crap? Why would I even be looking at TOP? Doesn't even make sense. That is definitely invalid. I would not recommend that. CYTX, let's see about that. Yeah, CYTX is trying to put in some higher lows of the overall trend, still holding up, but right here it's putting in lower lows. So let me zoom in on that for you. So this thing's probably going to be a short. Yeah, this thing, unless it breaks through this upwards trend right here, it's definitely looking at dropping again right in this area. All right, so you have this trend. You're making lower lows and lower highs. So market's going to reject it right in this area. So probably expect red candles right now. you can probably expect maybe another green one, touch this line, and then we'll get some red ones driving back down, unless it wants to break right here. So as you can see, it's having a tough time getting through right now. So we'll just watch this one for a second. CYTX probably coming down here. Yeah, switch was kind of picking up there a little bit. Let's see. Not really. CYTX, it's forming lower lows right now and higher lows. Or sorry, lower highs. So forming lower lows and lower highs. Right now, it might be making a move just because it broke through its trend line. It's definitely worth watching, I would say. Let's hop back LINU, see if it's still holding up. Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about? Here it goes. See what I'm saying is that LINU, it dropped, but it's finding support on this upward trend line. So it's trying to survive. It's trying to fight. I really see this one has some strong potential for running again. So we are definitely going to watch this sucker and see what it does. You got in at 266. All right. Did you, and you didn't sell up in the 320s? Yeah. So for example, any of you guys that got in when it was $1.30, $2, you guys should have sold up here. You should have sold. Actually, I'm not going to tell you when you should have sold. If I were trading it, you know, this is just me. If I were trading it and I got it down here, even up here, I would have sold right as soon as you get this break, because that's telling you that it's downtrending. And you don't know how long it's going to downtrend. It could break the VWAP and continue going. So if you didn't sell, you're risking losing every single little bit of your profits, right? So if you made this move, you're up, you know, 20, 30%. That's amazing. You should have already been selling as soon as you notice this crack the 9 and start downtrending. You know, that's the safest way to go, because you don't know that it's going to come back and perform like this, you know. And it may end up falling apart at the end of the day, and, you know, you could have been locking in 40% gains, and now you're not, you know. So that's really, you know, that's really what you want to, you know. Oh, you got in at 1239. Okay, cool. So you got in somewhere like right. No, not there, not there. You got in. Yeah, so you got in right there is where you got in. If you got in at 1239, you're in right here, which isn't bad for sure. I mean, it's not bad. You know, it's holding up, so you might have a good chance of pulling in some profits here very quickly. So not a bad entry there. Actually pretty good. You got in very close to support. So let's go ahead, watch it, see what it does, you know, see how it reacts. Caprice, I don't think the run is over for LINU. I really don't. I really see this one coming back to play today. But don't take my word on it. You got to see it for yourself. You got to notice that it's making higher lows, and it's very it's holding that trend. Right? That's what we're seeing here. We're seeing that it's holding its trend. So we're just, you know, that's really the only one I'm going to focus on for majority of the day at this point. To see a midday runner. Yeah, that's pretty tired today. Yeah, but like I don't know if I told you guys, but soon I'm going to have a soon I will have a live screen share, right? Which has me kind of talking over it. So it's going to be like me just doing what I do here, a live radio. You know, soon it's just going to be, you'll hear my voice, and you'll also get access and be able to see all of my different scanners, right? So you'll be able to see all my different scanners and me kind of alerting different stocks, right? Oh, I don't get sick. I have not been sick in almost 2.5 years. I do not get sick very often. And when I do, I really don't get that sick. I haven't been sick in 2.5, 3 years so far. But anyways, like I was saying, I'm going to have a live screen share where you're going to get access to the morning gapper scanner, down gappers, intraday momentum scanner, a multi-strategy scanner that searches for stocks that are squeezing, stocks on dips and shorts and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool things coming pretty soon, and this is just going to give you guys access to basically see a screen of a bunch of different scanners picking up tons of different stocks throughout the day to play, while you hear my commentary in the background of different stocks that I'm watching and playing second by second. So you're basically going to know when I'm getting into a stock and when I'm selling it, when I'm scaling out. And it's not to encourage you to buy the same stocks as me, but if you're watching the same stocks as me, you'll just get a better idea as far as when I'm looking to get in and when I'm seeing the potential to buy and stuff like that. And I really think that's going to help you guys get an overall understanding of how I trade, where I get in, take my profits, and long story short, I think it's going to really help benefit you guys a lot. LMFA, let me go back, take a look at it. Yeah, yucky. I mean, it's just got low volume. It's not, it's not something that's very crazy. Wouldn't really. I mean, I can run through all the stocks that are coming up on my scanner right now. Let's see, MOC, OME. Ooh, what's going on here? Actually, yeah, no. Yeah, nothing really going on there. Oh, because no, and so part of it used to be me being private. I am going to do it, but like I said, I haven't even been trading for like the past like 2.5 weeks. Like actually, it'll be on Monday. I really haven't actively been trading that hard for. It'll be like 21 days because I changed over brokers, and since then I haven't been able to get my account up and running like I would like. But I just got the email confirmation today, and I should be good by Monday. I'm pretty sure I'll be all set to rock and roll by Monday. In which, yeah, I can easily show you guys my profits. I just really haven't been trading. The only thing I've been using here and there is just the little money that I kept in my Robinhood account, which is really nothing. It's only a couple $100 to fool around with. So I haven't really even had profits to show. I just been waking up every morning, scanning the market without even trading. And there's been mega runners recently that just crush me. And yeah, dude, that's the game plan is like, I know what stocks to look for and what ones to alert. And that's really my game plan is to try and bring you guys some good stocks to play, even though I'm not trading myself. But like I was saying, I found LINU today. This is where I found LINU, right here. I actually first found it here, alerted it here. If I were to trade this today, I probably would have made $2, $3, $4, even $5,000. Okay, and there'll be more. There's going to be more, so I'm really not too worried about it. Because I probably would have, what I probably would have done if I were trading LINU today, and it's hard to say because it's just looking back, but in this area, I probably would have took, what was it, $1.50, right? So I probably would have took 3 to 4,000 shares in here, right? And you move up to 225. At this point, I probably would have sold half my shares. I would have been up. What is that? You got $1.25 area. You go up. That's 20. That's almost that's 75. So that's about $1. I probably would have been at 2,000 profit right here, and then I would have let the rest of my shares run. And so it's hard to say exactly, but I probably would have been up somewhere in the $3,000-4,000 area today on LINU. And then I would have played the IPO. Yeah, I mean that's what it comes down to is when you're trading with big share size, it's not hard to make money, and that's a big issue. Is like when you become a beginner trader. Actually, let me pop on. Let me put up my little video thing here real quick for you guys. All right, so let me keep that on top 1 second. So yeah, like I was saying, when you start trading with pretty big share size, it's not hard. I mean, I don't want to say it's not hard, but it makes it easier to accumulate money, right? Um, yeah, I'll tell you the trend lines here in a second. But when you're trading with a bigger share size, it becomes easier to make money. And what I mean by that is, imagine if you took, right, let's just say you took 1,000 shares at the 125 mark, right? And then you ride it up to, so you take 1,000 shares at $1, so it's costing about $1. So you're paying like $1,250 or whatever, close to there, $1,500. You know, and then you ride it up to about 218. You've almost made $1 a share. So now you're up $1,000, right? And you sell half your shares, you lock in 500. Then you let the 500 ride this out, and then it goes up another $1.20. So now you're up another, you know, $1,000, right? So when you take 4,000 shares and it goes up $1, you're up $4,000, right? And then, I mean, it's obvious math, but like I'm saying, is when you take big share size and you get a small price increase, by the amount of shares you have, all you need is a small price increase to make good money. And that's just where you start building up when you're a beginner trader and you're just getting your feet wet, and maybe you're not trading with that amount of money. And that's okay. You have to start somewhere. But when you get there, it just becomes a little easier, I think, in my opinion, right? Where did you find? I have scanners. So VenSit, I have scanners I pay for. I pay about $100 a month for sophisticated scanners. And it's not, you know, beginners, a lot of people don't have the extra money to spend on $100 a scanner a month, right? It's not cheap, you know, but these scanners work very well. And that's how I found LANU right here. And so, and I have different criteria that's built into the scanner to notify me of stocks like this that meet a certain criteria where they're moving a certain percent. They are trading on like 7,000% that the regular volume per minute per 5 minutes. So you spend a lot of money for scanners, but you know, in the end it pays off. And that's what I was saying, is that soon you guys will have access to all my scanners that I use to find these stocks, right? You know, you guys will have, soon you'll have access. I'm still just building it all up before I release it and all that stuff. So you guys will have access, and you'll always have access to my live streams and stuff like that. So no, not TOS. TOS is not good enough. It's good, but not good enough, right? It does the job. Yeah, Bruce, I'm with Trade Ideas. Exactly. I have scanners all built through Trade Ideas, $100 a month. So that's kind of where we're at. Let's see where LANU is doing now. So yeah, all right. So for the person who asked about the trend lines, I don't know if you use Thinkorswim, but it's really quite simple. Let me delete these. So yeah, if you use Thinkorswim, it's pretty quite simple. You'll just go here to draw your trend lines, right? And you get your drawing tool. And let me zoom out a little bit. And here it is, right? So what you're looking for in a trend, trends are quite easy, right? Actually, let me step back a second and I'll draw some lines for you. So if you're thinking about a trend, let's say the stock is going up like this. You know, obviously we know it's going up, but it's not really trending until it pulls back and goes back up. Now we know there's a trend in which it's actually going up. Now say it comes back down like this and goes back up. There's a trend there. You can see that it's clearly following this trend where it's making higher lows. So this is the first low. This is the second low. But this low is higher than this low. So there's a trend there. But as soon as this stock pulls back and breaks the trend, it's now put in a lower low. And now the trend goes this way. And you can expect the stock to do this. And this is what we're seeing here with LINU. Right? I'll show you. So we have our initial move up. So this was our initial move on LINU, right? And then we pull back right here. This was our pullback right in this area. So that was our first low. Then we moved high. This was our second low. but this low is higher than this low. So now there's a trend. It's going up, right? Now the stock continues to grind higher. Now what happens is we kind of peak out, and now this is the trend. Let me draw the overall trend line. Let me delete this real quick. All right, so let me draw the overall trend. This was the overall trend right here. Now do you see what happens? Right, so that was the overall trend of the stock. It comes up, it sells off, right? And what happens as soon as it breaks through this trend line, you get a massive volume spike of red because it broke the trend. So now we have put in a lower high. So now the trend is going downwards. So the trend changes, and now the trend is like this. See what happens when the stock broke above this trend line? It changed the trend. The trend is now this way. And then if you zoom out and zoom in here, as you can see, the trend is continually getting higher, and you follow trend lines based on the lows that the stock price makes. Right? Now that we're making higher ones, the trend is like this, right? So it really comes down to finding the highs and the lows of a stock. So what this is doing right here in this area is it's creating higher lows and newer highs. So it broke out there, right? Now this stock is coming back up. Now it's coming, it broke out there, so it's creating higher highs. And what we're looking to see happen is that this continues this trend. We're going to come up here, and the stock is going to squeeze, and now we're going to get a pop. That's the idea. And now we're coming back up to test $3. So we want to see this thing break through $3 and follow this trend line up, which it looks like it's very well going to do so. Dude, that's awesome. Just make sure you're not watching me. Just put it on, listening, and that way you're not getting in a car crash or something crazy. If you want to know, I'm already in LINU. Yeah, for sure, John. Like, no doubt. Definitely give them a shot, but be careful, because you're going to have a lot of buying power with them. Even with their intro account, you got some massive buying power, John. So just be careful, right? Be patient. Wait for your setups. Don't blow up the account. They're giving you a lot of buying power, and it's definitely a good program to use to build yourself up. So just be careful, because now you really, it's like you're holding the gun in your hand, right? You have a lot of buying power, and with power comes responsibility. So you got to make sure you're using it wisely, okay, bud? So just be cautious on how you trade it. Daniel, I already got an LINU. I actually got in LINU right here. I got in at 250. So I'm okay right now. I'm just going to wait and see how it goes. You could, I'm not going to tell you when to get in. It's hard to say because you're right in the breakout area, right? You don't want to get in right here and then get rejected at $3 and then be negative. But, if I had to get in right now, I mean, sooner is better than later, right? But if you can sell your position, don't get in if you can't sell it, if it goes against you. Yeah. K Sizzle. We'll go back to SWCH here in a second. Oh yeah, there's going to be a huge benefit to having access. That's what I mean. You guys are going to be set up so nicely that you guys are going to be golden here soon. It's a lot of work I'm putting in right now, and there's only so much time in a day in between trading and still going to school and helping tutor individuals on trading, and then the videos and uploading it, and so there's just a lot going on right now, and I'm trying to get it done as quick as I can, but you guys will definitely have it. Yeah, John Jazz, I'm definitely on Instagram. If you just search my name, you'll find it. Usually I just do everything by my name. I don't have any like crazy nicknames, because then no one can find you if you don't want to. So yeah, it's just my name. Now let's look at SWCH for you, Kay. That's or SWCH is what it is. So I went over this, right? So this was the IPO. It's seen massive volume. This was a good time to buy. But as soon as you had some red candles, like let me zoom in here as best I can. Right, so this was the IPO. So this is a good time to sell positions, right? So you get in, right? Let's say you got in, I don't know, let's just say you got in right here, you know, where I draw this line, right? And then we ride it up. You know, I would have taken some profit in this area, and I'm still holding on, right? Your time to sell, the way I treat it is if, you know, we're going up, and then we get some red, but we pull back further than like the previous green candle and break that, that's usually a good signal to sell, because then look what happened. It just tanked. Let's see if I can find an example on LINU for you. Hi, for sure. Building our forever. Hold on. Let me hop on Instagram right now. Where are you at, Instagram? So yeah, let me look at LINU here. So I'm trying to give an example. So yeah, here's a good example, right? So like I was saying, K-Sizzle, you know how we were talking about going up on switch, right? So if you look in this area, so imagine this was switch where you had, you got in, and this is if you have the power to trade multiple times, right? So you're going up, and then, you know, the time to sell is almost like as soon as your stock breaks below your previous green candles, that's usually a good time to sell, because you don't know if it's going to continue down. So by doing that, you lock in your profits while minimizing your risk, because you don't know if it's going to continue down. In this case, it went back up, but that's okay because you already locked in a bunch of money. So the same thing goes right here, where you're going up, and you don't know when you want to sell, but the stock breaks below your entry, so you get out, right? So there's definitely ways to do it. You'll get, I mean, it just takes time and definitely get better at it. Wait. Oh, man. At underscore. Oh, at building our, that's what it is. Our. John Jazz, there it is, baby. All right, bud, I just hit you on a follow. No big deal. Definitely, you know, proud to follow you. Definitely, for sure. You're saying LNU. Let's see. Yeah, you see what happened there? Is it broke that trend, and you just see massive selling pressure. So it's scary, you know. So, but it still has this trend. There's still this trend, the overall trend to follow, and that's where it bounced, right? So let me delete this. So, you know, it broke this immediate trend, but it's still following the overall trend, right? You see that? Still following the overall trend. And that's where it's starting to bounce. So it doesn't mean it's out, you know, it just means that it didn't do this initial breakthrough, and now we're going to have to wait for the long run. So we'll see. Definitely a possibility. But I'm going to end it there. But like I said, Monday should be up and trading as I would like to. I think within the next probably 15 days, 14 days, next 2 weeks, I should have the screen shares and everything up and running. But it won't be running through YouTube. It'll be running through a completely separate site. So I'll definitely let you guys know about that, and we'll go from there. I'll see you guys on Monday.